Yeah. Let's get to this episode. Hey y'all, what's up? My name is Mizzle. You watch my channel Mizzle 14, and I'm back doing a review of Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 7, Episode 6, Burnin and Beefin. Like I said, y'all, I don't know. I'm trying to hold it in there with this whole season, but I just don't know. This whole game they playing with Chris is exhausting, is annoying, is aggravating, and so far that a lot of these ladies banding together and trying to plot against this guy who had been nothing but good to them is sickening. It's very sickening. If I was Candace, like I said, I wouldn't mess with any one of them. Minus Wendy, something like that. But I wouldn't mess with any one of them. But even though I have my little thing with Wendy, because I don't know why you breaking bread with Ashley. I don't care how cool you are. But the fact that, you know what? Whatever. Let's get to it. So this is continuation from last week where Ashley decides to open her mouth and come at the Candace about some things about what's going on. Because I guess she's trying to ride the wave with Giselle and Mia, all that stuff that she heard. So she wanted to continue with it. Maybe, hopefully, that she could tell Candace that maybe he is a little too friendly. F out of here. Yes, Chris was friendly. And now he realized that he shouldn't have been friendly, but he ain't do none of this stuff that y'all making him to do and making him look like he's a predator, that's a cheater, he's a flirter, all that stuff y'all trying to make him do. He loves Candace, and you can tell he really loves his wife. But at the end of the day, y'all, what we're not gonna do is make this guy act like he's trying to do something to any one of y'all and trying to prey on y'all when you have your husband for that. And like Candace said, your husband is available for that, not her husband. At the end of the day, your husband got a reason to make people uncomfortable. But they gave him many and one chances. And a lot of people on social media are giving him many and one chances. But coming to Chris, now all of a sudden, now I know a lot of people that's not on Giselle's side and know that she is like ridiculous with this claims. But it's still stupid to put this up. And then you waited all this time to say something when Candace mentioned that later on this episode. You waited. You could have had called me and told me, but you want to wait until with the camera to have a plan to put it together and say this in front of the group, in front of the people. So now everyone to know something how you feel. Let's go on. So Ashley was mentioned that how, oh well, I already know some other DMs that Chris been under that's not as innocuous and innocent as mine was. I said, girl, what she talking about? Well, really? So Candace say, there you go. And I said, I knew it. I knew where Ashley could now waste it any time to dig at Candace. That's what I said. This little figure now understanding little shortcut kumbaya moment they had was not going to last long because she is not going to want to be really friends with Candace. She never really cared for her like that. That day was cool at the beginning, but after a while, it would seem some sort of jealousy, animosity, whatever it is, that will drive the wedge between them. And I think the more the wedge will drive between them because Ashley got with Michael. That's what it was. At the end of that, that's what it was. And you wasted no time to try to dig in Chris because of some rumors that was made a lie. What your husband was going through was stuff that had been seen and documented, not no basis rumors that y'all trying to come up with. So do better next time because this is like ridiculous. So she was saying all that. So Candace said, here we go. So you say, no, your husband went to some figure room and paid someone to suck his D, basically. And when it's not going to happen because my husband ain't sucking no D. And everybody was like, even Kim was like, me is that? No, we not sucking dick. Oh, no, we're not doing that. So, she said, you driven for the path? Since because Candace said that, and then you saw Ashley demeanor whole change a little bit. Like, she claimed like she don't believe it. But I said, girl, you got to believe it. At the end of the day, you always turn a blind eye with your husband. And that's the whole point of it. You try to tell Candace, well, you want to turn a blind eye and everything? So, well, I guess you will know. Oops. Because you always turn a blind eye. But no, at the end of the day, no, she's not doing that. But what she's not going to be here to do, and y'all making them baseless lies ugly as a husband. And then you going to try and say you have a friend that also said he was flirting with her at the Figure Spring party. And you brought up about the Mia saying, looking at Chris was looking at how everybody was saying, what is going on? So all y'all trying to come in with this freaking basis ass do bad plan, y'all could have done better than that. Just like I said, if y'all would have used Michael Darby, that would have been even more, that would have been believable. Even though it might like make it right, but it'll be more believable because he have done stuff. So, but this coming at the Candace's husband, this is ridiculous. And I just hate that maybe Candace and Ashley talk about Cameron. At the end of the day, Cameron said, Ray said, you can have eye candy. So whatever it is going to happen, it's going to come out, it's going to come out. But at the end of the day, y'all need to stop this. This is ridiculous. It's getting annoying. It's getting draining. And the fact that y'all decided to put this forward, it's crazy. So after all, they were going back and forth, Wendy had to cut it off. She said, thank you for coming on, stuff like that. They all shut it down. Giselle left out. Candace got out. She like, let's get out. Let's done with this. Wendy stayed behind with Ashley. When I was like, okay, granted, Wendy, Ashley is okay, cool. But the fact that Ashley decided to revel in this mess and try to come at the Candace when you know this is baseless, and you just sitting there talking to her and see what's going on. Because Ashley said she wanted to bring this up in front of Giselle. Why do you need to feel like to bring this up in front of Giselle? Why y'all need to kiss Giselle G-Neck behind? I don't know why I keep calling her name because her nickname is G-Neck. Giraffe neck. G-Neck. Why you want to say this in front of G-Neck? Why is that important? Because when she mentioned that, and then I know about things about the DMs, and then my friend told me this, and then when me and comes, I feel like it's like I want to show her like maybe he being too friendly. You can look at someone. So you don't need to tell her what she needs to do. You don't need to do that. What you need to do is worry about your own husband and what he trying to plan behind your back with this LLC and his money situation and all this stuff like that. You going on because you up here going on like he's all good at two shoes. He gonna make things right when it's divorce. When you know a lot of things who have people with money, they don't fight fair when they're going through divorce. You know how they put you out in your ass to go live in a freaking apartment somewhere, and when he's in a condo to kick you out, we have to beg and plead to come back to that condo, girl. Good. At the end of the day, he's not thinking about you like that. He's doing him. And the fact that you decided you don't want to continue to do those sexual exploitations in your bedroom anymore, he decided, oh, F this. No, that's not what we decided. I want a young kid young Tony Mooney who will continue the activities that we started off in the marriage. Now you got kids. Now all of a sudden you want to stop that? Mikey, you should have thought of us. You should have thought of it better than giving her kids. Whatever. So Robin, Cameron, and me and went back in the truck, and they tell Robin what's been going on. And then Wendy and Ashley's talk. And then Ken decided to talk to Giselle. So she's trying to get clarification from Giselle and say exactly what G-Neck was plying. And G-Neck, you lied. You said that you knew you had your glam squad in your room, so you decided to go to your room because you knew you had the glam squad. So you insisted that he go to your room. He didn't suggest you go to your room. You suggested you go to your room. So that is a fact. You said that in the first when you brought it up. You said you thought you had your thing. When you find out your thing was there, I really looked there. I was uncomfortable. So you did apply that you want to go to your room. That was that. You say you was uncomfortable. You left the door open. You told him to leave. He immediately leave. So why do he need to apologize to you? And what did he do? Because you saying, well, he knew that nobody in my room. He knew that was wrong. So you essentially keep saying that he did some predatory things to make you lure you in the room. She said, I didn't say lure, but you're applying that. Is that what the semantics? You applied that. You say he waited for you to be alone, knowing that there was nobody in your room. He probably staked your room out and saw there was nobody's in there and knew he was in the room to get you in the room. So you're applying that he had malintent to get you alone to do something to you. But you always say he didn't touch you. He didn't say anything sexual towards you. He didn't make you he made no advances towards you. He left immediately after you say you wanted to leave, and he respected you. All because you felt comfortable. You felt uncomfortable because the optics of being alone in the room. That's say it. But don't apply that he did something to make you uncomfortable. That's the whole thing we all is saying. It's like you can feel valid by your uncomfortability by being in a room with a man alone. But you are applying that he did something to make you uncomfortable instead of you just being uncomfortable for the optics of it. No matter who husband was in the room, you would have been uncomfortable. But yet, you hugged him in the spring party. You was excited to hug him, so you was uncomfortable then if he did something to you. So that means tell us that he didn't do anything to you. But you want to throw this narrative out there. He said, oh, do you believe it? Do you believe it? So Candace said, well, you the reason why people don't want to come forward. She's like, what? I believe it. I would say, first of all, at the end of the day, yes, you coming forward with this and lying like that, it does make it hard for other people to come forward because people ain't going to believe them. Because they know sometimes women will use the Me Too or whatever platform to lie. Just to say that because, normally people will believe the woman and just throw the book on the man and not investigating it like that because of the movement that's going on. So people use that to advantage. But that's why it's important to investigate and see what's going on and not just always believe them. Like, at the end of the day, if somebody come up with some baseless accusations, you want to believe them. You don't want to automatically deny them. You want to believe them. Until you investigate things, then you start to realize what's going on and how are you going to move forward. And when you realize that the accusations are baseless and it's false, then you perceive for that. So, but at the end of the day, based on what we keep telling Giselle, G-Neck, and how she yelled the story, every situation, she always saying that he didn't do anything to me to make him comfortable. It's just like, I just didn't want to be in the room alone with him. That's all you could say. You could have said, I didn't want to be alone in the room with him, and that's that. You should have applied that something else. You was applying things. Oh, he was a sneaky link. He wasn't trying to see if I was with it. All that stuff. You are making the seasons that something's going on. And then Ashley make it seem like, oh, he was in my DMs. And then my friend Deborah, that freaking, freaking deranged face that she got on going on. You want to come out with the side? I said, was it you trying to put her on the show? Or she just want to go on and lie that lie? So what is up with that? Or Ashley, you threw your friend in the bus. Because I don't know what's going on here. The fact that she would have been okay, comfortable by saying that's going on. And then everybody said, oh, that short little clip doesn't prove anything. At the end of the day, if he did do the stuff that y'all said, they would have shown it. No matter if it was a short clip or not. They would have shown that he was not looking at y'all and even care about y'all. He probably didn't want to be there. And the way he was on his phone and looking away, at the end of the day, he was not going to be there. So, that's that. And then Candace started to cry. Sometimes Candace cries when she's emotional, whether she's angry, when she's upset and everything. She started crying. She cried. She's just a crier. But I wish I didn't be like, I wish she shouldn't have done that in front of Giselle. I wish you didn't have to cry like that because it's not going to really do anything because it's going to fuel her to continue on with this. So she went back in the car and continued saying something about Crystal. I said, whatever. So Ashley went to see a lawyer to see what her options are, what's going on. And she said, oh, yeah, the reason why she mainly want to get divorced because the sexual activities is stopped because she didn't want to do it anymore. So that's the reason you want to get divorced, girl? Because you don't want to continue the sexual activities y'all agreed on in the first place? I was having threesomes, I having groups in the bed, exploring other people in the bedroom. You didn't want to continue doing that. So that's what the main reason getting divorced. Because at the end of the case, you thought he was on the same page. No, like the lawyer said, you can't control other people's actions. You don't control yourself. I don't know why people get in marriages think you control the other person. When you do that, you losing yourself. Because the more you're trying to control someone, the more they're going to push you away. So I'm getting in marriages think you control someone with your finance, with your emotional status. No, with your finance, with your emotional, intellectual ability. Gosh, with your social status, whatever you have power over the other person, stop using that because you control the person some way, shape, or form. The people go fight back. So the fact that you thought you could change his mind after you having kids doesn't do anything towards a man. I'm sorry to say that, y'all, but it doesn't. You know how many kids are left fatherless homes? How many women who are married to men who barely know lift the finger to helping them out? So having a kid doesn't do anything for them. It just shows that they seed work. That's all they care about. That's the reality. It is what it is. So let's talk about getting a prenup. She said she did have a prenup. She said anything that made before the marriage is his, whatever. But anything after marriage was marital property, and they had an 8-year anniversary. Because I remember she told us that the prenup was it was a void. There's no prenup in place because it went past the 8-year mark and it went past the thing that she's extended. It's supposed to be 5 years, but she went 8 years. It got extended as was took it out, but then she said it's there. Whatever we made, whatever else. Ashley contradicts herself a lot. And then she told us she had an LLC in the house with Michael, but now she realized she thought it was an LLC, but there was no LLC in the house. And then she asked the lawyer and said, "That's a good idea to have buy a house." So she said, "That's not a good idea. Unless he put in the writing something that shows that he has no interest or it's a gift to you, then no, it's investment. And anything, whether your name is or not, if he's providing the money, stuff like that, he has control to do something about the house. So no, don't do that, girl. Don't do it. You know that." She said, "Oh, now I gotta start doing it and digging on you and Googling it." She said, "I ain't get my degree in Google. Get it straight." It's all that. I say it that way. So I was like, oh my gosh. So she said you got legally separated for a year in Virginia. You can still live in the same house, but no one's no intent of being together and sleep in the same room, whatever else like that, in the same bed. You can still live in the same house, but you got to still be legally separated if that's an intention or and they get a divorce. So, but she said you gotta make sure he's very forthcoming with his finance and everything and be truthful. Because sometimes people who have the holds the money, you want to think they could be truthful, but no. There's something they could really be nasty, they could really control things and really fool you. So that's when you're getting lawyers, because sometimes people who have money don't want to settle things without having lawyers involved because they know they get away with things. When they have a lawyer involved, it prolongs days and then they can't get rid of things and they have to show stuff. So she want to get a little progress report of his finance, and if it's nothing to be boozy, if something goes shows that she being bamboozled, then she would go for a lawyer. But basically, she's stolen. She's stolen. She don't want to go that. She don't want to take it there. And I obviously don't think she wants to get divorced. It is what it is. But Michael's not saying around. He want to do him. He gave you his kids, and he moved out, and he know he shouldn't have done that. Yeah. So me and Sharice and Jacqueline went to get pedicures, and then she told them where she was going. They say they invited her to Miami, and she said, "Oh, you gonna get to pick your rooms." And she told them it's gonna be 6 bedrooms and 9 female, 9 ladies. And I said, "Oh, that ain't gonna work." But I don't know why everybody act like these hosts. Y'all know production purposely does this, right? They purposely do that to create drama. Because they couldn't really make the budget. They had the budget to get everybody their own rooms, get a place where it's big enough to have everybody get their own rooms, or not share rooms or that thing, or at least share the bathroom and have their own room, whatever it is. It was enough of their budget to get these ladies great accommodations. But they do this to create drama and friction, and they always argue about rooms. I said, listen, at the end of the day, y'all, it's a free trip. I'm not the only person who be all hell bent on my. As long as I got me a good bed and got my bathroom washing, take my shower and everything, it is what it is. I shared rooms with other people before in the trips. It is. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. As long as Vicky think dirty shack, it is what it is. As long as it's clean enough, I got some food and stuff, it's fine with it. Listen, it's a free trip. Sure, the push comes to shove, I will sit on the couch. I don't give a damn. Because the way how these ladies act is whatever. So she gave everybody their room assignments after they got there. Because they was driving to the place. They had 2 SUVs. Sharice, Wendy, Ashley, Robin were in the same car. And then Jacqueline, Karen, Giselle, G-Neck, and Mia was in another car. And Sharice know about the rooms, how many rooms are there, but she didn't really say anything. She kept it quiet. I don't know why Sharice is there. I said, okay, whatever, y'all. So Sharice asked me about the lump. She said, yes, it's not the big C, but we still got to remove some lumps in my body, so everything is okay for now, and it's not a rush to remove them, but it needs to be removed. And that's that. So when the Eddie talk, it basically, she said she gonna put a pause and hold on the restaurant, and she gonna put it off for now because she knows it's gonna be a financial burden for her. And to be honest, I don't think it's a good risk for her to put all that money up for 20% of the business. I don't know. It's not good enough to work. It's not worth it to do all that. Good. It's not. So G-Neck, Robin, and Ashley went to do some Miami trip shopping to get some clothes. And that's when they started talking and going back to how they listened to this argument, what's going on. G-Neck broke it down, what happened, and mentioned about how Michael paid someone to suck his dick, something like that. And Robin said, "Oh well, Candace told me about this years ago, and it was private, and she did not want to bring it up. So yeah, she didn't bring it up all this time, but now she brought it up because Ashley decided she want to take her stance and come dig at Candace, and Candace said, "Oh well, all bets is off." Because I would have kept this thing to a secret. The fact that we all did not knew it to now, even some of the ladies said they didn't know this rumors. So, so, but I could believe that because on BravoCon, some guy in the figure BravoCon revealed that he was sleeping with Michael. So it is what it is. Now I don't know why he would did all that, but he came out and said that. So I said, okay. And so we said, why Candace on it? Because now we also, I know Chris was on Twitter doing a lot of tweets and everything because how he was upset about what's going on, and we had to watch the season see what he was alluding to. But yeah, he was upset calling G-Neck a liar, stuff like this, and he was going after people. Ashley said Ashley's wrong, she lied. I don't know why she's doing all this, and they ended upset. And she said, why he going no for? Like, why he so mad and pissed off? I said, you know why he's mad and pissed. Dwight, don't act stupid. Now you was all on their face saying, don't give me that, give me a hug. I don't believe that. And now all of a sudden, Candace is dramatizing everything towards him. I said, oh, she's dramatic now? At every day and time, yes, Candace could get a little bit much, but she's not dramatizing what's going on. She said going was direct, it was said. She told her husband what was said. Robin, you sat down with Chris and Candace and indicated what G Neck said. So don't make it seem like, oh, she dramatizing everything towards him and make it more. No, at the end of the day, basis accusations like that can ruin someone's reputation. Y'all should know that. Because sometimes perceptions means a lot. And people go by perceptions more than facts most of the time. When they receive something, they will act on it. So don't act like, oh, now she dramatized. I'm saying, Robin, here you go. Here you go. Okay. Whatever. Maybe I'm thinking too much into it, but no, I didn't like what she said there. I said, oh, she dramatized and everything too, Chris. No, at the end of the day, that's what you presented. You presented that. G-Neck, you presented that Chris did something to make you uncomfortable and not knowing that you was uncomfortable because of the own optics of it all. And that's what it was. Okay? So I already explained this room situation. It was 6 rooms, 9 ladies. It was gonna be arguments. Sharice didn't like. She liked the room, but it had no bathroom. She's like, "Oh, I need a bathroom. It's accommodations. I don't know. I'm not. I need that. I need to get in a hotel. So my travel agent gonna be calling 5 people. We're gonna make it work because I can't stay here with no bathroom. It is what it is. Go ahead, girl. I was like, you know what? If you don't like it, get your own hotel room too. And now here going chromosome head. Ashley, go figure, take the card that Candace had. Camilla left Candace's card in the table. Every lady's had a room assignment and based on a movie title or a phrase. So Showgirls, P Valley and Hustlers, all the extra stuff, yada yada yada. Potomac Teas, all that extra stuff. So that's that. And also it was Cameron's 59th birthday. I said, okay, go Cameron do it. So she lumped in the birthday on top of the trip. Everything. So that's that. And she said that if it was my figure trip, Teresa would not be there. But hey, it's me a trip. I ain't gonna turn down the girls' trip. It is what it is. Even Wendy said, I'm not gonna turn down the girl trip. I said, hell, say that I ain't turning down. Y'all know you gotta go anyway. Production's paying for this trip, so you're gonna go anyway. Sure. I don't have no problem going on trips and they put the paying for it. So I just got to show up and that's it, get my paycheck and then go paycheck. That's what it is. I'm eating and drinking and all that stuff. And I just watch the drama. So Ash decided to take Candace's card and start trying to swap rooms because I think Robin and G-Net didn't want to share the room together because G-Net mentioned that Robin liked to poop twice in the mornings. And then why we got to share the room all the time? And that's because y'all always act like y'all always in the hip. So it's obvious to make y'all share the room. So, whatever. So they switched the card. She would be devious. I said, oh, here you go. Here you go, girl. So when she cursed your ass out, don't say nothing. And as a whole, also, y'all, I'm not going back and forth, people. How y'all feel, how y'all feel. If y'all want to put comment section and tell me how you feel, y'all be respectful. All right? So she started to switch and made Wendy and Candace share a room. Cause Candace can go be there late because she recording some new music, and also she knows that Trina's gonna be in Miami, so she got to try to close this deal with Trina and everything. So she gonna be coming there later. So and we know she gonna miss the freaking dinner too because everybody thought it was freaking Mia and Candace when this news broke out about they fighting each other, and everybody was trying to drag Candace already. Already they was gonna drag her. They would drag her until to find out she wasn't even there, y'all, and it was all Wendy. Now everybody's like, "Oh shit!" Then yeah, y'all was ready to drag her, and not knowing that Mia was involved. So y'all was ready to drag Candace. Oh, here she goes there with all the case. She don't learn, but it was Wendy and Mia. And to come to find out, we're going to see like it seemed like the the beef is brewing between me and Wendy over freaking Patricia. You know, Peter Thomas. Patricia Peter Thomas. And I said, oh, you got beef with Wendy? So Mia called Patricia Peter and he said, "Oh, we gonna be in town, and you in town, and things open because we gonna come to your bar, or whatever." And he said, "Cool," but he said, "Tell Wendy, I have beef with her," and that's how it ended. I said, "You got beef with her for what?" And then Twitter showed a clip of next week, but we gonna get to that when we get to that. But that's next week is that freaking scene that Mia decided to do a drink. I want to see what everybody gonna say when next week comes. I want to see what everybody gonna say when next week comes, y'all. I want to see what I'm gonna say when next week comes. All right. But that was my review of Real Housewives of Potomac. Tell me how y'all feel about this episode. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Tell me your comments down below in the comments box. And I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out.